Level 1, Associate. You start on the outside. There is no ceremony, no invitation, no moment where someone officially brings you in. You are an associate because you are useful and because no one has told you to leave. You grew up near this world. Maybe your uncle ran numbers, maybe your neighbor always had cash and never went to work. You figured out early that respect isn't earned by volume. It's built through connection. So you stay open, you stay reachable. You drive people, you carry envelopes, you introduce gamblers to bookmakers. You move things you're not supposed to ask about. You listen more than you talk. Talking is how people get noticed. Getting noticed is dangerous. You are not protected. If something goes wrong, no one intervenes. If the police grab you, you're on your own. You don't get lawyers paid for, you don't get promises. What you get is watched. People see how you react under pressure. You don't earn much. What you earn is proximity. You are allowed near men who matter. You hear names you're not supposed to repeat. You learn who doesn't get crossed and who can be leaned on. You are tested constantly. They give you small opportunities to steal and see if you do. They tell you half-truths and see if you repeat them. They watch how you handle disrespect. Associates who can't control their ego don't last. There is no path forward unless someone higher decides you're worth the risk. Most associates never are. Level 2, Soldier. Now you are inside. Not formally made. Jewish organizations didn't use induction rituals, but you are recognized as a full working member. A soldier. Someone who earns, collects, and enforces. You are no longer expendable, but you are far from safe. You run rackets, gambling, loan sharking, labor rackets, smuggling, whatever makes money quietly and consistently. Violence is a tool, not a habit. Loud criminals don't survive long. You kick up. Always. Every dollar you make has a destination above you. You don't argue percentages, you don't delay payments. Late money is treated like missing money. Missing money is treated like betrayal. This is the level where law enforcement really starts paying attention. You have a pattern now, a routine, income streams, associates working under you. That makes you visible. Visibility attracts pressure. Pressure tests loyalty. If you get arrested, the expectation is simple. You do your time, you say nothing. Talking doesn't just end your career. It puts a target on everyone connected to you. You are trusted, conditionally. One mistake doesn't end you. 2 might, 3 definitely will. You are earning now. But you are also being evaluated for something more. Level 3, Enforcer. Now you specialize. Not every soldier becomes an enforcer. Most don't want to. Some aren't suited for it. You are. You are the person they send when words stop working. You collect debts that others can't. You handle people who think they're smarter than the system. You apply pressure in ways that don't leave paperwork behind. You are not reckless. Reckless enforcers end up in prison or graves. You are controlled, efficient, quiet. Fear is more effective when it's predictable. People know who you are without knowing your name. Your reputation travels ahead of you. Sometimes that's enough. Sometimes it isn't. When it isn't, you do what's required and leave no story behind. This role isolates you. People respect you, but they don't confide in you. They don't invite you to talk too long. Violence makes people nervous. Nervous people talk. You don't want to be around that. Law enforcement watches you closely. They can't always prove what you do, but they assume. That assumption follows you everywhere. You are valuable, but replaceable. And the higher you climb from here, the harder it is to step away from what you've already done. Level 4, Capo Regime. Now you manage. You are a capo, a captain. You don't just earn money anymore, you organize the people who earn it. Soldiers report to you. Associates work through your soldiers. Your job is flow. Money flows upward. Orders flow downward. Problems flow to you before they reach the top. If something reaches the boss without passing through you first, you failed. You settle disputes. You decide who gets which territory. You determine which debts are enforced and which are negotiated. Your word becomes policy within your crew. This is where politics begin. Every soldier wants more room. Every associate wants promotion. Every mistake has a cost. You have to keep everyone productive without letting anyone grow too independent. You also have to perform. Your numbers are reviewed. Your reliability is measured. If your income drops, explanations are expected. If excuses replace results, replacements are considered. You are powerful, locally. Outside your crew, your authority only exists as long as the people above you support it. Lose that support and everything below you collapses overnight. This level feels stable, but it isn't. Level 5, Consigliere. Now you advise power instead of exercising it. You are the consigliere, counselor, strategist, Mediator. You usually don't run a crew. You don't need to. Your influence comes from access. You sit close to the boss. Your job is perspective. You analyze risk. You anticipate consequences. When emotions rise, you slow things down. When someone wants to act out of anger, you remind them what that costs. You are often legally savvy. Not necessarily a lawyer, but you understand the system well enough to exploit its blind spots. You think in terms of exposure, not ego. This position requires restraint. You cannot appear ambitious. A consigliere who looks like a threat doesn't last. Your safety comes from being indispensable, not powerful. People underestimate you at their own risk. You hear everything. You remember everything. You speak carefully. Every sentence is chosen. Every suggestion is framed as concern for the organization, never personal gain. You are protected, to a point. If you fail to advise correctly, if your guidance leads to disaster, your value disappears instantly. And without value, protection ends. Level 6, Underboss. Now you run the machine. You are second in command. The Underboss. If the boss is the face, you are the spine. Everything operational flows through you. Capos report to you. Problems too large for captains, but too small for the boss land on your desk. You decide what escalates and what gets buried. You manage personalities as much as money. Ambitious captains, nervous earners, disgruntled enforcers. Everyone sees you as the next possible boss, whether you want that or not. That makes you dangerous. To rivals, to law enforcement. Sometimes to the boss himself. Too much competence looks like a challenge. Too little looks like weakness. You balance constantly. If the boss is arrested or incapacitated, you step in. That possibility hangs over everything you do. It gives you authority and paints a target on your back. You sleep lightly, you trust carefully, and you know that the distance between second and first is shorter and more lethal than it looks. Level 7. Boss. Now you are the organization. You don't hustle, you don't collect, you don't enforce. Those things are liabilities. You deal in decisions and consequences. Everything is layered. Money reaches you cleaned, counted, and laundered through people who know better than to ask questions. Orders leave you indirect and deniable. You rarely meet in the same place twice. You speak in suggestions, you avoid specifics. The less you know about how something is done, the safer you are. Everyone wants your approval. Everyone also wants your position. You are surrounded by loyalty, but you never confuse loyalty with love. Love doesn't survive power. Loyalty barely does. Law enforcement builds entire cases around you. Years of surveillance, informants, financial analysis. Your name is spoken in rooms you will never enter. There is no finish line, no retirement, no victory lap. Power here is maintenance. One mistake doesn't knock you down, it invites everyone else to try. You stay in control or you disappear. This is the position everyone wants, and the one no one escapes.